Hey everyone, it's episode 2 of The Outsider. Episode 1 was intriguing and suspenseful and a bit weird. It was played like a traditional like detective mystery whodunit, but there's this sort of horror undertone to it all. And then at the end, when I saw that it was based on a book by Stephen King, I was like, oh, okay, that's where the horror comes into it. That makes more sense. So we've got Jason Bateman playing Terry. Now, in the first episode, he had a bad day. He went to Cap City to attend a conference, and then he offered this kid a ride home in his van, and then he went to this conference to ask some questions, and then he was in the forest getting the kid and eating, and then he visited the gift shop, and then he visited the strip club, and all of these things were like 100 miles apart from each other. So something weird is going on. He was caught on security tape at both locations throughout the same day. So there's some shenanigans, and his fingerprints were on both, in the van and on the book at Cap City. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and we're not quite sure what's going on. And somebody killed the kid. It could have been him. It could not be him. It could be both. It could be a monster pretending to be him. It could be, maybe he's the monster. Maybe there's a monster version of Terry who decided to go to this conference and, check out some books. And now he's going to just live a normal life when he gets out of prison. Now, yeah, Terry's in prison at the moment, and these other dudes are like, when you get back from your court arrangement, we'll be ready for you. We're gonna stick you. So he's got to be careful there. And on the other side of things, we have the detective who's trying to figure it all out. He's like, all this information is just contradictory. And he has backstory with his family, and he lost his son to cancer, I think. So yeah, he carries that with him in his work, and now that there's a kid that's died maybe around the same age, he wants justice for the kid. That's where he's coming from. We've got other secondary characters, but they haven't really been built up too much, so I'm not going to go into them. But one of the kids saw something creepy in her room. So, yeah. I hope episode 2, we're going to get into it. I expect it to be creepy. We saw a creepy guy in a hoodie. I wanted to zoom in and have a look at the face, but at the same time you don't want to spoil things too much. Imagine if you zoomed in, you look at the face and you're like, oh, it's Tom Hanks. So, the secret killer, Tom Hanks, pretending to be Jason Bateman. Has Tom Hanks ever been in a creepy role? Like a murdery role? Or has he always been, either the funny lead or the heroic lead? I'm not going to think about it too much, but if you can think of something, put it in the comments. Or just think it to yourself. You don't have to put it into comments. Anyway, episode 2 of The Outsider. Let's get straight into it.
They all match. He can't have been in two places at once.
What we've got beats.
Maybe he has a time machine.
If Terry Maitland is in...
That's a clever way to get away with murder. You live normal life. You go back, kill somebody, have an alibi. And what if there is another killing? Maybe there'll be another killing the second Jason gets left out. Is he coming to visit Terry? Gonna talk to him face to face? They should show Terry the footage of him, the incriminating stuff. See what he says to him. See if he's like, yeah, it does look like me.
We'll lose the cuffs.
Against protocol.
I'll take responsibility for
No,
it.
sir, you won't.
Jeez. That guy takes his job seriously. Hey, Terry.
Tell me why you're here.
Maybe they could be friends. Is he going to ask him if he did it?
We, of course, back-checked your movements over the last 6 months. Couldn't find anything but a family vacation to Dayton.
Ohio.
You flew both directions for that.
TV footage puts you at the teachers' conference in Cap City at the same time as Frankie Peterson's murder, 60 miles away.
It's about an hour away, 60 miles.
Did you abduct Frankie Peterson?
No.
Nope.
On March 30th, 2019, did you murder Frankie Peterson?
I did eat the body, but he was already dead.
Is that it?
So he did just come to ask him.
Yeah.
You know, Ralph, when you arrested me in front of all those people at that game,
He was sure at that time.
you asked me if I'd ever touched your son, Derek.
Very careful about what you say to me next.
And your son, Derek, was the best drag bunner I ever had. And he was just a little guy. You know, he was very small, smallest kid on the team. Not a lot of kids like to do that. They're afraid they drop that bat over the plate. Comes in, they get their finger smashed, but not him. He never flinched. But those kids stopped calling him Whiffer and they started calling him Push It. Right? He'd come up to the plate, runners on the corners, and he'd start saying,
this
Push
scene.
it, Derek, push it. So he had a new handle that you must have noticed a difference in him, right? Did you notice that summer? How confident he was? I taught him how to putt. So when he asked me if I ever touched your kid, well, I really hope I did.
Good scene.
Personally, I'm partial to the presidential. Solid mahogany with a high gloss finish. You will be ordering two.
Oh, he's trying to sell.
20% discount on the inbound.
Just money, money, money. You just lose a family member, and it's just. Here's how much money it'll cost. Doesn't your loved one deserve the best coffin?
I've no doubt in my mind that the man we have in custody is the man who murdered Frankie Peterson on the afternoon of March 30th.
Actually see your name on the ballot next March?
All I care about today is securing justice.
All I
for the
care
kid
about
who was
today is
brutally
winning the
killed while
case
walking home in a neighborhood we allowed him
and
to
getting
keep safe.
re-elected and, furthering my career. That's all I care about. It's not quite the red carpet, but... Who's this? Oh no, stop him. Whoa! They were so slow to react to that. Straight to the head, like... Was it a family member?
Terry.
Well, this is a shit show. Yep. Things just got a lot more complicated.
Okay, come here.
It'll be okay, it'll be okay.
Just keep it there. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. It wasn't me.
Hey, Doc, can
I'm
you
a doctor. I'm here to help, okay? We're gonna help
stop
you,
this
buddy.
bleeding?
Stay with us.
Could you take the cuffs off?
Someone call 911. Can you tell me your name, buddy? It's Terry.
Oh,
Terry. Come on.
always watching,
Terry, can you
always
talk to me?
waiting. You can see the face, it's grotesque. It's like mine. So, shapeshifter.
Any complaints?
Well,
I killed the boy.
You meant your body. Does anything hurt?
that's gonna stick with him.
No, it's
The type of person he is, he's gonna hold on to that for a long, long time.
Any
Probably
medical history
forever.
I should know about?
Even though he did the right thing,
no.
he's in shock. Meanwhile, out in the wastelands, is this where the hoodie person lives? Hunter? Gonna hunt some boar? Well, that's just gonna scare it off. Think I have phones going off when I'm doing reactions? No, it's off.
Son of a bitch!
Well, that's just gonna scare it even further off. Now, who is this guy and why are we looking at him? Well, didn't get away.
They've ordered me to see a trauma therapist. When do I get my gun back?
Let's see what the therapist says first. Just so you know, we found out who stole that Econoline van in New York.
Oh?
The Chevy van was the first, though. Drove it from New York to Ohio, ditched it for the Mini Cooper, then swapped that out for the Chrysler.
Ohio. Dayton.
Maitland's went on a family vacation to Ohio.
He's paying attention too. Oh! Kid again, seeing things.
Hey, what are you doing? Who is?
The man!
Come here. No one's here.
He left.
Maybe listen to what she's saying. And what's this man got? What's his interest in her? This doesn't look. Would he want to intervene before? Oh no.
Oh my God.
She's in the right place at the right time. She can stop this. Jump up on that roof, run into the window, and then grab him. Hey, it's hooded person hiding in the bushes. What? He just know it was going to happen? Did he make it happen?
Ralph, you're not
What's
supposed to be here.
What's a 5-letter word for?
Yeah, I need the keys to the evidence room.
Not sure where they are.
Haven't seen them around here anywhere. Don't know where they could be. I'm just gonna go back to my crossword. It says big something.
Squad.
Did you get to kill anything at least?
Me? I have a snappy retort to that. I don't think you want to hear.
I call you in here to tell you I've decided not to run for re-election.
Oh.
Yesterday cut the heart out of the job for me, and I need to move on.
Okay. Decent.
Finally crashed
DNA?
the saliva sample from the bite marks. It is a dead-on match for the swabs we took from Terry Maitland.
Of course it is.
You said
Because when Glory Maitland drops a civil suit on this office, the sheriff's department.
Is Terry dead?
The city PD for negligence. And
did I miss that?
Is it going through the roof?
she might deserve every penny.
1587 Roanoke colony, North Carolina. Close to 200 people living there. When the governor sailed back to England to get more supplies, and when he returned, they vanished. So it is with Terry Maitland. Is there a mystery here? Yes. Will there always be unanswered questions? Most likely.
Tell me the first thing comes into your head.
Carrot.
Pig and Big D. Well, it's not a beauty parlor, that's for sure.
Big D.
Butcher shop, maybe? Deli, restaurant?
Big deli.
Should we try the Google machine?
Yeah.
All right, got Big Duff's Plumbing in Akron. Hold on. Got a Big Daddy's Hangry Q in
Big
Dayton.
Daddy.
Dayton?
That's it. Look.
No, it's got a pig. She's good at this. She found that really quickly. We're gonna see something. Somebody standing in the corner of the room. Ooh. Always awake. Always staring at something. Is she in a trance?
Were you dreaming about that mannequin?
Am I dreaming now? Because he's right here. Don't say he's under the bed. The screen's so dark I can't see anything. I couldn't see anything. I'll turn up the brightness in editing. Maybe I'll see something then.
I'm sorry.
Say hello to Mr. Anderson.
He looks a little like old Uncle Jack, don't he? Look at you.
Getting to know a lot of the extra
Now's
cast.
probably not the right time, but
You okay? You seem a bit weird.
you know this guy, friend of yours.
You do too. That's Fred Peterson.
Oh.
What happened? Is he gonna make it?
You do something for me, and I'll drive you up there myself.
Okay. I'll go see the shrink.
Have you been to a therapist before, Detective Anderson?
We
Does
saw
my
a
wife
grief
count?
counselor in Atlanta after my son died.
How old was he?
Not here to talk about him.
Young, I'd say. 10
Was he
maybe?
helpful? In these dreams, were there any specific details that stuck with you?
Seeing the face of the person I shot. Ooh.
No. Is it even imaginable to you that I'm fine?
You feel fine?
Fuck no, I don't feel fine. But that's not really the point. Look, being
I get
here
it.
is just
I get
more.
Okay, this is the foster home for the kid who kept jacking different cars in different places. I think that's what was going on.
Hey there.
We need details. We need
This is Eunice?
everything you can remember.
To maybe narrow it down to the day or even the week. Do you want to sit down? Did you notice anything like a date and time display out the front of a bank or a gas station?
Was there a tornado?
Maybe
something?
you went into a convenience store and saw a headline on a newspaper or a magazine
Jeez,
cover, or the TV
I wouldn't be
was
able
on.
to remember today's.
A TV and a 7-Eleven.
headlines.
She had this big smudge on her forehead.
Was it a smudge like this?
Yeah, it
Oh.
was kind of like
Day
Ash Wednesday.
or something?
The Ash Wednesday fell on March 6th. And the Maitlands were in Dayton from March 3rd to March 7th, but they flew both ways.
So something happened in Dayton. See, those dates match up too perfectly now, so it's like super suspicious.
If he didn't do it, someone else did. What if it happens again?
Are you asking me for my help?
Yeah.
Yes. We could stop it from continuing to happen. Is he looking for evidence in leaves, or is he just doing some maintenance? Hey. What?
You know, in Russia, when Stalin had his goons drag people from their homes to be murdered in some prison basement, you know how he topped that off? He would send the dead man's family a bill for the used bullet.
Huh.
You
This is
talking
like
to
that?
Gloria Maitland for help? That's what this sounds like to me.
He just wants the truth. You can help him. And everybody, this is the second episode where somebody said, you know, this historical thing? This, what you're doing? Just like that. Last time it was the Colombian guy. This time it's Stalin.
Yeah. Look, please, I know that you and your family flew both ways. And it's as if this van just followed you home.
Maybe it was haunted.
Terry's father is in Dayton, in a senior center. But Terry is the only one who sees him because the man has dementia.
You ever go to a place called Big Daddy's Hangry Barbecue?
I'd like this to be done.
Look, please.
Just because he said a
one
funny
more.
name?
Did anything out of the ordinary happen while you were in Dayton? Did one of the girls go missing for a short while? And did you?
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Good night.
Daddy got a cut.
Who? Kid knows. She's always listening. Maybe this outsider is the real father.
Tell me about
the cut.
Tell me about your dad's cut.
He got it visiting Grandpa.
Okay.
He said he was walking in a hallway. He bumped into the nurse on a wet floor. He grabbed the nurse's hand as he fell down. And when he got back up, he saw he got a cut on his wrist.
The mystery deepens. What's this about? End of episode? Yeah, end of episode. Stop. Yeah, I'm not sure what that end scene was meant to indicate. Maybe somebody's up in the thing. Maybe the murderer. That was unexpected, this episode. I wasn't expecting who I thought was the lead character, Terry, to just be killed off like that. And even the way he died, you know, he was still alive. He was bleeding in a bad place, but they were recovering the wound. And then I guess he did say, like, he did have like dying words, like, I didn't do this. He was like very clear about it. But I thought they'd save him, like he'd be in like a coma or something. Like that guy who hung himself. He was hanging there for I thought for sure he was going to be dead. then he turns up in the hospital later. It's an interesting choice to kill off that character early on. Because, yeah, now anything that happens after this can't be blamed on him. But still, all that evidence still pointing directly to him and his family. The secret twin thing, that's why it makes sense that the father would be in Dayton, because that's how they would meet each other maybe at that point. But then they have a little altercation. Ooh, I never want to see you again. Ooh. But then, why wouldn't Terry just mention it? I have a twin, so if you think you have me on camera, it's probably him, and we don't get on, and I don't talk about him ever. Or maybe you didn't know about it somehow. They gave one up for adoption and they kept one. And now he's back and he wants to ruin Terry's life because he had a childhood and, the other one didn't. That's the non-supernatural explanation for the show. Otherwise, shapeshifter or some sort of other weirdness. But yeah, does the kid keep seeing him? That's weird. I really like the detective character. He's very he's very genuine. You can feel all his pain, all his emotion. The scene when he's talking to the shrink, the shock that he was feeling after killing, and it just felt real. The actor Ben Mendelsohn, I think is his name, really sells that. So what we've learned from this show so far is that the only people who are paying attention are the kids. They remember everything, and they see everything, and they're overhearing everything. So, yeah. And all the adults are just confused. So I'm looking forward to catching up with this series. I think I'm about 2 or 3 episodes behind. I hope I'm caught up by the end of the week. And then I can wait. Because at the moment I'm in that weird stage where people have seen more episodes than I have. So I don't want to, risk... I can't Google anything. I can't look anything up because I'll risk spoiling something on myself. Plus it's based on a book, so maybe that would spoil things as well. So I'm just going to close my ears until the end of the week, until I've caught up, and then I'll watch it week to week. So, thank you for tuning in on the YouTube dial, and I'll see you in a few days for part 3. And yeah, I think it'll be... Now it's definitely going to focus on the detective and all the clues and all the... And I guess it was really focused on him at the start in episode 1 too. It's just... I saw Jason Bateman, I was like, ooh, big Hollywood actor, famous person, must be his show, and he's directing it, so my brain was like, he's the main character, he's going to be in it for the entire thing, but apparently not. So, yeah. See you next time.